Hello, Divine Feminine. I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to do 3 piles. What is coming in next? And then I'm also going to do, maybe I made this too low, a collective reading first at the bottom of the deck. So I'm going to read the bottoms of the decks, which is all I've seen so far. And then I'm going to do pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3, hopefully shortish readings. So we have dolphin, this and that are true, rabbit spirit, now is a lucky time, and flamingo. They want me to put crystals on them, which I should have done already. Okay, I want to do the flower moon on the rabbit. I'm going to do my baby shell on the dolphin. And I think I'm going to do a labradorite on the flamingo. So those are your 3 piles there. Now, the bottoms of the decks. First of all, the animal signifiers bottom of the deck was koi, which is about abundance, and then also otter spirit. So that's a 9 card. Then we had magician vibes with diamond light. We had, I am confused, don't trust me, and to me, and I'm still healing. And then coffee cup with abundance. We have King of Pentacles with the 7 of Swords, which has been kind of a prominent card lately. We have Journey with the 3rd eye chakra. We have Sage, and then Sunflower underneath that. Everything I do for our future, and I want to be with you. TikTok in reverse, and I was hurt by you. So, I do feel like there is a time element here. I can see that there's a lot of internal regulation going on for the masculine. Like, when you're flying a plane, they've given to me this before, but it's like, you have to get your vertical and your horizontal axis right? I think it's pitch and slope and whatever it is. So they are right now seeming to be assessing their future, assessing this journey, getting some downloads. They don't, I feel a sort of an immature energy around making a kind of final decision. What is that show? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I picked up a card and now another card is on the floor. The Orchid Priestess of Destiny. I've picked her up twice. Okay, so sometimes when we don't want to take responsibility, we say, well, whatever happens, that's what's meant to happen. And I've heard this a lot for the divine masculine. It's like, if it's meant to be, it will be. And part of what he doesn't want to face, because he's just facing the future right now, is, they're showing me the reflection on the shell. The mirror of you. If he comes to you and he says, I was hurt, or I was hurt too, because I have a feeling there's been some kind of expression here, but if he has to explain to you why he's hurt, then he has to explain that he cares and that he loves you and that this matters. And a lot of what the King of Pentacles cares about seemingly is money. And there's a lot here about money and wisdom and manifesting it, right? He knows that he's running out of time. he knows that he doesn't want to put himself in a vulnerable position, okay? That's the main thing I'm getting off these few cards. That being said, he does want to reconnect with you. I mean, Coffee Cup, we had a couple months where Coffee Cup was the card coming up. I want to say it was like February, March last year. And it just came up in every reading. And then I didn't see it again for a very long time, or it would just be like once in a while. But so let's go ahead and start with pile 1, Dolphin 646. If you do want a personal reading right now, they are open. Both like one with a 3-hour turnaround time and one with a couple day turnaround time. 8 of Wands, 9 of Wands with Strength. Okay, so he's definitely holding back something he wants to speak to you about. Why do I feel so lost? I am the man. That's that real King of Pentacles front, I feel like. I let my doubts and fears get the best of me. I'm so afraid of rejection. I can't have you. Nobody else can. You're on my mind the most. Separation and healing heart. Perpetual transmutation. Musician, all tied up, and a change in the wind. So he has had a change of heart here. I feel like the way that he was acting, which may be really out of ego and like, I don't know where I'm going. I just know I'm it. I'm the one everybody wants. Nothing bothers me. Nothing gets to me. I'm super confident, but that's not the truth, right? He's full of doubt and fear and rejection and jealousy. And something in this separation, you have a boundary now. You have new boundaries. And I think before it was like he would give you one crumb of, I'm sad, I miss you. And you would just be like, let me make it all better. Let me tell you how wonderful you are. Let me, almost to the point of like, let me be your fantasy girl kind of type feminine, right? Doesn't have to be a girl. I feel like we all know this by now. I get really tired of that. But I'm talking about masculine and feminine energies, not genders, okay? So his act that he was putting on was not, and in a lot of ways, it was like his shell, right? His shell was not protecting him the way that he wanted it to, but it also was not giving him the results. He wanted you, I think, to make move towards him, to come back towards him. And maybe you did. Maybe you said something. Maybe you had something to get off your chest, because I see you being very optimistic, bright, sunny, carefree, and taking this new beginning in your life where you're very strong. And it's like maybe you felt like you needed to clean up this vibration here. And you needed to shift things. And that was like, I have something to say and I'm going to say it. But what he expected you to say and what you said were two different things. And something that happened was like, yeah, I may love you. I do love you. But also, I'm not going to settle for this nonsense anymore, or less than I deserve, or I feel like it's kind of about him being in this sort of Don Juan-y energy. And he's asking or looking at something about, why do I do this? I told you here, he's looking to the future. And in this separation, it says sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of the future. Healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationships or addictions. I do feel like he does want to break free. There is something here holding him bound to pain that he has yet to talk about. I don't know, if you're like me, you've heard about 80 different tarot readers tell you he has a secret of some sort and you don't know what it is. I think that's what it is. I think it's just that if he allows you to see behind the mask, and he knows you can, by the way, so that's why he's afraid of you, then he's got to acknowledge that you matter and that he cares, and that this isn't fulfilling to him, this life. I do not think so. I don't think. It's interesting that they're kind of telling me, like, because the dolphin is such an evolved creature, and a lot of us feel like it's a symbol for Atlantis, and they carry, but it's telling me in this context that it's like hard to pin him down. It's hard to get him to actually give an answer. He's slippery. It's very, it's this way one day and it's that way the next day. And in a certain way, he's liked being like that. But I think the separation, and especially your boundaries around, no, I'm not going to tolerate that anymore, are very attractive. So if you missed it, I did a collective reading at the beginning, and I will do a collective advice at the end. So watch those if you'd like to. Okay. So high pile 2 with the rabbit. If you'd like a personal reading, my readings are open right now. This is the flower jasper moon. And it says now is a lucky time. So we have moon, Knight of Wands, Six of Swords. At the beginning, I read the bottoms of the deck as a collective reading if you want to look at that. At the end, I will do collective advice. Very interesting. The heat between us is intense. It's dark without you. Your smile makes me melt. I can't stand not talking to you. You scare the S out of me. I'm lost without you. Another date card. So we had the coffee cup card, photograph, cobra, door to romance, deceit, and a higher power. Woo-hoo-hoo. A lot of very deep spiritual energy here and passion. Had some personal readings that have had these elements in them lately. It does look like there is some healing going on right now that may come through physical interactions. That just is the way that it happens sometimes. Because when you come together on a spiritual, in a physical realm, there's a lot of spiritual information that is exchanged, right? Your masculine's very fearful of love. It's like a horse that's been spooked. And I think he's met all of the other people, but he doesn't like them. Like, it's not even like, he just doesn't like them. There's something about you when he's in your presence it's funny. It's kind of like a cold, stern mother, but it's also this really deep spiritual, like, energy. It's almost like a heat, but it's like watery. I don't know how to explain it. Very, very passionate. And he really wants in the future to come back to you to experience this again. I feel he's looking at you dealing with all of your emotions here in this moon card, and really you two equally desire one another. You desire this very fruitful energy. You're kind of out of your, it's not like you're out of your element, because you are like in your I feel like you're walking through shadow right now. There's this beacon light thing that is kind of very interesting. It's like he's looking for it, and he's like, where is it? But he can't find it. And that's because Cobra is asking him to clear away the negative shadows. You've done a lot more shadow work than him, a lot more, and been willing to kind of traverse the Badlands, for an analogy, of your mind more than him. And this has gained you a certain mastery of your spiritual knowledge, a certain understanding of the balance of light and dark, but I still think you're dealing with becoming a person that can be fully comfortable in their shadow. I mean, it's a process, right? So don't let me, I'm not telling you to like, why haven't you done this yet? You're doing it. Like, you should be very proud of yourself. We can only really do so much shadow work at a time. At least for me, I can't do it all the time. I have to really pace myself and kind of allow it to settle when I learn things. And then, of course, like, theoretically, shadow work, like when you're alone, is completely different than when you're doing shadow work with someone else. And the more attached you are to this person, the more they can trigger you. And he's, of course, the most direct mirror, the most attached, because he is you, you know. So yeah, he desires to re-encounter you physically and create new experiences with you. I hope that helped you. There's a lot of deep, beautiful cards there. Very sensual, but also spiritual at the same time. And number 3. So if you'd like a 1649. So if you'd like, okay, group 3. If you like a private reading, they are open on my Etsy and my Fiverr and my stand store. Also, at the beginning of this reading, I read the bottoms of the decks as a collective reading. It was a little scattered. And then at the end, I'm going to do a collective advice. So you have Flamingo. I haven't done a reading like this in a while. All these readings have like a return in them, which is very interesting. And like this, the last pile 2 had Deep Violet and the moon. So you may want to watch pile 2. I can't do this right now. I don't want to be who I used to be with you. Deserve better. No one makes me feel like you do. Learning a lot about spirituality. I think you are very talented. I'm talking to you about others. Axe and lightning. Why do you even like me? Appreciation, thinking man, and regeneration, which is kind of like the death card to me. it feels like something here has been, someone tried to let go, or you felt like it had died, or I do feel like this masculine's a bit immature, maybe younger than you. There's a surprise here about, I think you're going to find, because the Eight of Cups is a return card, but it isn't like, you know, it's a little bit different. It's like, I had to go on a spiritual journey to find something out. And when that's over, you get to go to the Nine of Cups, right? That's the progression. The Nine of Cups for me is a very violet energy here. It's also, you have all cups here, right? This is an emotional connection. You also have the King of Swords in reverse, and I don't think he has been talking or communicating very much, except maybe with other people. And there's something here about his low self-worth that's very prevalent. It's like all of the things here basically say, I don't feel worthy of you. And that, as we know, as a twin flame, is a reflection of you, because that's can't be any other way. So there is here something to learn, something to heal around self-worth. That being said, you guys have a lot of admiration for each other. It looks like, are naturally kind of spiritual people. Whether that's something you practice or not, it feels like you are connected to what many would call like the invisible, the spiritual realm, magic, something like that. You could practice some form of divination or witchcraft or tarot. There's also this recognition that he kind of wants to get to the bottom of this question that he has. That is, wow, I really like you. I really think that you're very special. This is him to you. I think you've got these unique talents. I think you're beautiful. I appreciate the way that you just go through life. Like, there's a lot here. You're divine. You inspire me. He may call you his muse. And yet he's kind of baffled and bewildered by it. It's like he's not in his feminine energy to receive this gift from the universe. And we know the masculines are trying to integrate their feminine. So it's like he just rejects it and pushes it away. And it does look like out of the blue, something's going to happen here. Like, it's going to be very sudden and very shocking and very transformative. Both of these cards here are cards of kind of, things are going to change. It may be the next full moon. And I feel like you're saying, no, that won't happen. But I see it here. Even this, like, the pigs flying thing. It's like, things may have appeared to have ended, but I see that there will be some kind of resurrection, regeneration here, and an end of a separation where you come back together, and there's a lot more enlightenment. There's a lot that has been learned. And it would be a spiritual plane, but it may be very practical too, right? Because a lot of spirituality is very practical. And I think you're going to be surprised at how different he shows up when he actually, like, it may take him a long time to say what he actually feels. But I think you're going to find that when he does, it's a lot deeper and more reflected on than you actually thought it would be. Okay, so we're going to get some collective advice here. I hope that helped you. Okay, so this is the collective advice. What does that say? 25. So should I do 3 piles? No, I'm just going to do collective advice. So let's get some crystals. These are energy you can use to attune your frequency. You can just call it into your energy and just ask it to work with you while you sleep or meditate or shower or teach you. You can also be conscious if you actually can connect to the energy and feel it. Kyanite, letting go. Chrysotile, animals. Fluorite, learning. Then we have the soul connection crystal, the lovers. Almost every reading I'm doing right now has got agate, the healthy body. They want us to, and look at communication under that, they want us to care for our body in a really good way. And that means letting go of any habits or things that are toxic for your body. You can ask it to teach you exactly what you want, what it wants. I don't know why they're bringing up medical medium. I'm not the hugest fan of him, but maybe some of you will resonate with his stuff. And he channels healing, like information about foods. This is the Lover's Master Teacher card. So very big energy coming in there. That hasn't come out all that much for a while. I think it came out once in one reading I did. So let's get the Ascended Masters and see who wants to work with us right now. You can ask them to take you to their retreat when you're sleeping. Wow, this is big energy. Horus hasn't come out for a while. So this is my favorite deck, Horus and Isis, the Cosmic Gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are coming. The twins, the Miriam. So we've got double twins now. Sacred vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. Paul the Venetian with that rose. Experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. So I think that was in pile 3 where I was saying it was you're a muse. Okay, and then Commander Ashtar. Call to action. Take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. This does seem to be really important right now. I'm going to leave Horus out. Is that we aren't saying one thing and doing another. We do kind of want us to be a little bit impeccable with our word and follow through with our actions. The Sun conjunct Pluto over the next couple days is a once in a lifetime in Capricorn transit. So Earth Dragon clears your path and the land around you. Stay grounded and be ready to serve. Stuck energy is clearing. You can move forward in life. The Golden Solar Dragon helps you stand in your masculine power with wisdom. Let your DNA be reprogrammed and light codes activated. Become an inspired leader. Orange and Gold Dragon from Arcturus opens you to knowledge for the new golden age, so the age of Aquarius. Carry the energy of the future and be a guiding light. The Earth and Water Dragon creates a foundation for new growth. A fresh start is coming with new opportunities. Nurture your ideas and harvest abundance. I do feel like this is that portal that we're going through right here. Was that it? Did I do them all? Yes. Okay, let's get notes from your twin and your higher self and see what they have to say. Playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together and remember love is the greatest healer. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles, and when we resist the change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Sorry. Ugh. Processing energy. Go with the flow. You'll be surprised where it leads. Soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. It's important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. Friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within the relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. And balance. Oh God. Right under that, I saw the Embrace and the Secret Admirer card. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. So I hope this helped you, and I will talk to you later. Bye for now.